Hello, this is how you doing? This is Zacarias, and I had to make a comment. As I'm examining the O.J. Simpson case, this happened 20 years ago. And what if he was guilty? I would say that he would get a bum rap because of Mark Fuhrman, who was complaining on the Sean Hamilton, and I forgot the Allen show. It was a couple of years ago when he was Allen, whatever his name. It was on Fox News. It's a tape there on YouTube. And the reason why he got a bum rap because of race, I would tell you this, because Mark Fuhrman lied and said he never used the N-word. But there's a tape of the whole thing, and it's showing previous interview, but it's going back to the tapes. He denied he did, and he actually admitted to it. And I mean, on the tapes, he said nigger, okay? He also talked about Hispanic cops. He beat a Hispanic woman and Arturo and some other guy, and they went to go wash the blood off in the bathrooms because they got on their uniform. I mean, this dude, and they used a paint to cover everything up. He bragging about this. At the same time, he would talk about where people go to KFC chicken and drink beer or something like. Yeah, there are murders, like this, but there's also police cops who go eat chicken, go eat McDonald's, go eat whatever, like Mark Fuhrman, after they beat somebody up and beat up the gang members or beat up anybody, misuse their authority. Instead of just putting them in jail, they want to go go below, should I say, with respect to the cop. And call them niggas, and probably call them WTBICK and SPIC at the same time, because they're dealing with both Hispanic, Latino criminals and black criminals, and those who he arrested. So instead of having respect for the humanity, you can go against the humanity and think that you're gonna live all your whiteness, And so if he already guilty was innocent, the whole reason why that he won is because those stupid tapes, and we show how corrupt. And actually, if you saw my other video saying that OJ didn't do it, not because of his race, okay? I remember I told you in 2006 is what opened my eyes with Mr. Johnson's tape on Mr. Johnson's video about the phone records of Nicole talking to her mom, and I said there's 3 suspects, and I know their name. Is it Eric Ross? Yeah. Eric Ross? No, Bill Ross, whatever his name, Bill Ross, Jason Simpson, and Glenn Rogers. Those 3 suspects, I think, because they all was tied to the case of the LAPD, and along with Mark Fuhrman, overlooked. Okay, and there's many just investigations, and also too, she was involved with the 2 Caucasian men who were, one is locked up, Glenn Rogers, and his brother admitted that he killed Nicole. Also too, Bill Ross was friend of OJ and also Nicole, and was stalking her as well, and kept a notebook. And then Jason was upset about instead of going to Monzaluna restaurant, she was Monzaluna, and he was working in another restaurant, and he was mad. The girlfriend of his, one, not the other one, he shot the hair off, but the other one, she took him home, he took him home, and he lied and everything. That's not all true that Jason had said. And they said OJ could have been at the crime scene, but there's no way, because she was talking to her mom on the phone. So it had to have been Jason using his car, and they had the same shoe size, and the shoes that he denied wearing that made him lose the silver trial, he had to wear borrowed his dad's shoes. He had to. I mean, it's just kind of weird that there's phone records of her on the phone while he on the plane. So, before she got murdered. So that meant that all 3 of those men had to come together and try to kill Nicole, and then Ronald Goldman happened to get glasses, and people, I kind of feel that she was a little involved in Ronald Goldman. Besides going to get glasses to her, I think he's going to get glasses to do make some little sex magic that night. And I'm not trying to make fun of the 2 deaths, because God rest their souls. They should be killed like that, and I agree. And then to the families, I know families, but they saw my tape that disagree with what I'm saying. But we also know they've been documented too when Rivera or anybody came later on, because the Brown family was actually on OJ's side before Mr. Rivera and all the other people came in involved with the case. So those three suspects, Jason Simpson, Bill Ross, and Glenn Rogers, all three of them had something to do with it. The two of them are locked up, and Jason's running around some acting crazy with like a chicken off his head. Rouge just acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? He probably has calmed down, but he has a history of and I think that they also mentioned it, and I know but yeah, now I do remember watching the OJ movie during he was locked up during the trial of concerning Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson, that watching when he was mad at his Marguerite Simpson about the child that got drowned. I did not know he was about my age. He was born around the same time I was born. Yeah, the last son before he married Nicole. Okay, so they said that, you know, Jason was very upset about that, and he was running with the law, and him and Nicole didn't get along as a stepmother. He was upset about the divorce, and then they said that besides either OJ or either Jason was following her around, you know, and so what the heck's she doing with him? But you never know. You probably was talking to her too. I mean, come on. It sounds like the story of the Korean that St. Paul told the son not to sleep with his stepmother. Okay. Not to make excuses, not to make false accusations, not to make, this is guesses, because he had some motive. Because he had a racist order or whatever, but there had to be a motive for all three of those men. He got actually, all three guys have a motive to kill. Okay, and that night he took they cannot find the knives. Actually, they found a knife in the storage. Right. Yeah, Mr. William is the one that found when the storage is of the knife that actually killed Nicole. It was a lot of stuff, his diary, everything. The picture, so I disagree with the investigator thing that OJ did because the shoes was there, but you gotta remember, the phone records, there's nowhere in the world that OJ, he came later on after the scene. Maybe. So, but no, actually could, because they investigated and found out that they was dead, and he had to come all the way from Chicago. And he was not wearing them shoes. He had the white, shirt, collar shirt, and black slacks and black shoes without socks. That's why Mark Fuhrman put the socks there in order to see that he was wearing socks that night that he killed her, and he didn't. But going back to Mark Fuhrman on those 1978 tapes, and the other tapes where he's bragging about beating black criminals, black people that he arrested, and Hispanics, the blood. I mean, I'm surprised. He pretty fit, but we have evidence of him bragging about that, and that's police brutality. Why they didn't lock him up? Besides just the N-word, the media made he said N-word. But if you see I'm going to add, he does talk about beating up these people, and that's against the law. Why this man ain't locked up either? Why is he on Fox News talking about that somebody going to eat chicken and drinking beer? It doesn't make any sense for this corrupt cop, and I'm glad that he retired, and I'm sure they wish they kicked him out and fired his ass, to be armed walking around today. You want to talk about OJ? This man's just dangerous as anything. I mean, he was in authority. He's no different than put a criminal who probably never, in that time he probably killed. And he said he had so many complaints to attorney affairs. And let me tell you, and this justice system, and this is before, well, 1 year before I was born, when they had the 1978 tapes, and it probably was other years as well. And there was 36 years ago, probably 35 this year. You know that even HPD had problems. Remember me saying that what's his name was a Porcho nigga, talking about Jar Zimmerman referring to him trying to be white, and he is part white, but trying to be one people white, trying to kill Trayvon, and him having a black Afro-Peruvian great-grandfather that's on his mama's side, Miss Gladys Zimmerman's side, her grandfather. Okay. Do you know I mentioned 2 cops, and I had complained to the return feds of Houston Police Department, and you know they tried to give me try to ignore and say that they did not do anything wrong, but they was rude to me. And actually, you cannot be, especially when the person is not the suspect or potential suspect or whatever, because it was at the Martha's Kitchen in Second Ward. I used to work down there. Not the kitchen, but near the area I used to work. And, you know, I mean, I was treated badly by 2 of those cops. One instant when a couple of the homeless men, African-American descent, my camera complected guy had referred to me, called me gay, you know, and I never had sex with no man. My hair was a little longer, and I had put it in a pony. It wasn't braided, so it wouldn't be flat, you know, just was growing. And before the medication lifted and messed it up, and I put it in a little ponytail, and I was just in men clothes, you know. I wasn't dressed no dress. Come in about a woman with I was talking to my former co-workers from another job where I talked about the lady at the Reliance Center who we worked to pick up trash, and she said, get your ass in over there. Remember I told her the big experience. Okay, well, me and this Latino family, the 2 sisters, the two twins, I think, one older than the other, but they look like twins. They're from Mexico, and they don't speak English. And I speak Spanish. No speaking Spanish. Then there was a sister, kind of dark skin. She had a blonde wig, and it looked pretty. And I complimented her. And the older guy who came from a Star of Hope, just some stupid buffoon coon, started calling me gay. I like them panties you got. I was like, I ain't got no pants. What the heck you talking about? And his friends was harassing me, and he had another have a crucifix, and I'm like, wait a minute, now you over here, all this cursing going on. I mean, I ain't perfect, but doggone, you wearing a cross and talking about you represent Jesus, and then yeah, you over here calling me this and that, and then I had to get the cop. Now it wasn't a white cop. It wasn't a dark skinned African American cop, dog, like Wesley Snipes, dog, yes. Kind of young, probably my age, because I don't look 30s, but this, I was like he in his 30s. I thought he was he was a little tall, and I thought he had a little stocky build, but he had a little muscular, thin build, okay? And I told him, I said, I want this man, can you please officer stop? And I said, I want to arrest him right now because he was harassing me. And he said, man, go and get your food. I got, you know, I had an arrogant attitude, and I report that. An ugly attitude towards me. I'm like, excuse me, I was harassed for no reason at all. I wasn't doing anything, did not know who these men are. And you know, before I went to the MHR clinic and left early at the job I was going to, I saw them walking down the street. They didn't see me. I covered my face, and I tried to take a picture or either camera, but they walked that fast towards the Lord have mercy, what do you call that place? The gas station in the subway on Reynolds Street. Also, when I went to Martha's Kitchen, that's in the same week or either the same month in July, there was a resident, okay, and she is Latina. Both her husband do not like Spanish language. Well, they are struggling. She don't have a diploma. Something bad happened to her. And I'm not going to go in detail. I do have that respect not to bring up what happened to her, but I was trying to help her out so she can get her high school diploma. She has a bunch of kids. 2 are part Puerto Rican and 1 is pure Mexican descent. The guy has a record. Her husband was hustling. Also, too, she was pregnant that time and was doing drugs. Also doing things behind his back. I want to mention that too. And he was controlling her, and he also belittled this woman. I mean, I tried to tell her to go get a job, try to go ahead and get a driver, like whatever, you know, trying to help her out. And he said, man, she can't do this. You know, he making fun of her. He can get mad at me. I mean, I don't want the help for him. You know what I'm saying? So, And she was very, one thing she made me happy, I called CPS, and I used to work as a temp for as a CPS worker. Yes, I was a temp for CPS right there by line area. Like I did not call them and told them how it was. She was calling, she was stabbing the eye. I'm not joking at everything. I'm not making this all up. I don't even lie. She was stabbing my eye. She was very cool. She cussed them out. She talked bad, and she already had CPS already been on that case before. I don't know about what the issue was. And the husband was not supposed to be on the property since he had a record. But he was living there. So they came into the kitchen. And I was happy to see him because I said, well, she been looking for a job in Metro. Bus does not, they tell you you need a high school diploma. I said, does she know how to drive? I mean, this is $15 an hour, pay for the kids, pay for everything she need. And while they were eating, and she got, man, talk to him. I'm like, what the hell? Because she has an ugly attitude. The bitch has an ugly fucking attitude. I'm sorry to cuss about because I'm thinking about her. Yeah, the whole HPD worry about if I was one of those kids' father and she told my kids that she gonna beat this and that and all other stuff. I don't play that type of shit. Okay? I get tired. She like to, I mean, there's black people, Hispanic people can be ghetto, and white folks too can be ghetto, but people, these ghetto, psychotic women and men who beat on their kids and mistreat their kids and cuss their kids out, that's just nothing. That's why I have bipolar disorder, because of that shit. Okay? So, she lucky that I did not, if I wasn't her baby daddy, and I would never stick my thing in her. Okay, I would never ever do that. But let's say I was stupid to do. So, yeah, because she's a woman. Same thing if I was a woman and she happened to be a man, and I was the one impregnated, she impregnated me, and he was talking to her like talking to my kids like that. I would go ahead and like Oprah Winfrey on what's the one Booster Place, when that man was beating Oprah Winfrey, her dad was beating the man playing her dad. Remember that light skinned guy impregnated her, and the mama came there with a shotgun. Babe, please, she ain't gonna beat my daughter with any shoots. And the mama was pregnant. Okay. Anyway, same thing. Yeah, the mama, I would have done that too. Okay, I don't play that type of stuff. Do that to kids like that. The kids were, sometimes out of control, but she would cuss them. She would talk about she was stabbing the eye, all these things, and I tell her, hey, stop cussing in the computer room. Well, while I'm trying to help this woman out, and out of kindness on my heart, because they told me they need a job, and I stopped doing the other position, but still, I still was helping her look for a job, because she almost got put out. She had asked me money. I said, I cannot give you money, I would lose my job. Okay? So I was trying to help this woman. I also gave him legal advice for her husband so he can get a lawyer that's cheap and so he can try to fight the case that he said that he got in trouble for being around somebody that was stealing for something, and he got in trouble, and he later on was hustling because he didn't have no job. So anyway, while I'm telling the husband, can you please let her know good drive, and so I need to take care of your kids. That's the reason why I did it, because those kids, forget these stupid, dumb, grown folks. I'm worrying about them children. I don't want them to get put out in the street. I will never, you know what I'm saying? Because this couple was about to, well, actually her, she was the head of the household because he couldn't be in the property, but he was taking care. She allowed him and her husband, allowed him to be on property. He was not supposed to be on property. She was it was just a bunch of mess, okay? So she was, it's just a bunch of chaos. So I kind of in my heart, so I'm telling her about, I already put my food up, bought her food, I'm letting her get information, and I was going to give her the information, and then she starts to excuse me, I don't mean to be a bitch. And this relates to, because I'm talking about the internal affairs, people, internal affairs in HPD didn't say there wasn't nothing wrong with it. Which said, I don't mean be. She cussing on the Martha's Kitchen owned by a church, okay? That same, church organization's property. I don't mean to be a bitch, but I'm trying to eat. And then the Hispanic officer with a Negro nose. Remember the Hispanic, he had a Negro nose, he got it from Costa Chica, go ahead, Oaxaca, where all the Afro-Mexicans live at. You know them, or either from Veracruz. One time it was a Negro in his family besides a Spaniard and an Indian. Well, Negro nose, bald head, old school fool, gonna yell at me, so I didn't want to get the officer, so I left. I said, well, sir, excuse me, I work for so-and-so, and I'm letting her know. Don't argue with me. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with my head? Saying, what the hell is wrong with this man? So I left. And I later on in months, because I was dealing with a lot of issues, school, and I mean, I had to go to the hospital sometimes dealing with work. I was dealing with the old psychotic aunt my mom supervisor was. and the one at the court office. And also then with school, I had to go to the hospital because I had chest pain, did this shit. So, anyway, later on after I had to resign due to my medication driving me out in the hot sun because I do outside work as well besides office work. And I had to let the supervisor know that the little medication, the one that kind of made my hair fall off. Well, anyway, and not because it drove me out. Lithium, you cannot be in the hot sun a lot. If you take a lithium, you have to drink a lot of water. And I wasn't used to. I mean, I'm used to drinking punch. I don't drink Coke and soda that much. But I drink coffee. Yes, about this morning I just drink some coffee. I just had to give me some caffeine. Well, the little medication before I started taking Tuckalon, whatever you want to call it at night, it drove me out. And I had to, and my doctor and my caseworker from MHRA was telling them, hey, let them know you cannot work in the hot sun. Well, it was also part, and I wasn't on the medication before then. That's the reason why I had the job. Well, I had to resign in 2 weeks. I made 2 weeks notice, and I started getting unemployment. Well, later on, I said, I had this thing in my mind. I cannot let this go past. Let these cops be known. So, yes, like in October or something, or I think somewhere in September, I read the letters, Xeroxed it, gave it to the Internal Affairs, and I was waiting for their responses. And they kind of missed the situation, said that the cops did not do anything wrong. They not penalizing those stupid, dumb idiots, the black one and the Hispanic one. So, the point is, Internal Affairs kept complaining. People could complain to Internal Affairs about Mark Fuhrman and LAPD, even though this is not Houston. This is Houston and that's LA. Let us know how corrupt this is. And I also want to let Anise Parker know, yes, in the Department of Labor, here's the Department of Safety, and also Texas Department of Safety, because sometimes you can't trust this chain of command shit, because some people would come for these assholes. They will lie and make like they did to me, act like these folks was good citizens to society, when at the same time I did not do anything wrong. And as I gave the whole story to, I was not doing anything wrong to the heifer. First of all, I pour my heart because those kids. She got about 9, 8 kids. For real, I'm not lying. She got a lot of kids. 2 from her other baby daddy was Puerto Rican. He was Hispanic, Puerto Rican. Now this Chicano guy, and both of them now like to speak Spanish. She speaking, I said, girl, you trying to get a job? That's a good accent. He don't know how to speak none of Espanol. One time I was trying to they had, it was a place on West Termer. It's a taco something. They was getting a job fair for the property I was working. They were trying to get all the residents, English speaking, Spanish people, whatever, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, to come to the place. Well, I didn't make it that Monday. I didn't have to go that Monday, but the person, as a girl, because she had told me, I don't have a phone, and my husband's phone made me listen to talk to him only, and she kept borrowing the community phone. They could ban her from that. And then she'll be on the phone, she'd be cursing, acting a fool to them, and say, excuse me, it's too many, you taking all this money, we got business to take care of, so I'm trying to help her out to get a phone. She ran out of minutes to get her phone, the bomber phone, whatever you want to call it, get her phone. And her husband, when I let her he had a phone, and he would laugh and make jokes. He actually made her look terrible, like the way he talked bad about her, even in front of her face. He didn't care nothing about her, he didn't need to be with her, but she keep giving him babies. Anyway, she didn't go. But I said, it's and when he heard me say taco, because it's the name of the restaurant on West Termer, I don't want to be around Mexicans or something crazy. I said, ain't you Hispanic? I'm not Mexican, I'm born here. I'm a Hispanic, I'm born here. And they speak Spanish, and they make fun of me, which is true. Latinos who don't speak Spanish, and I've seen this many times, get made fun of from Latinos who do. Hispanics, they do. Yeah, it's very true, okay? But I'm like, still, you shouldn't stop that from getting you a job. You can always snitch to the supervisor and say this person harassing me, whatever. And I said, this is to help you get your kids, help you take care of your children. These people, I understand as a single man, if I was I can make a choice, pick and choose whatever job I want. But if I have bills high up to here and I have children and I'm about to be put out, then plus he not supposed to be on property, but my wife about to be put out, if she don't get her rent paid the next month, then that lets you know what type of mess it is. Not to the business out there, not even mention no names, but I'm letting you know what type of cops. And I even mentioned in the report, I said this woman here has a case where her husband not supposed to be on property. I put all that on there. I said that she's very abusive with her kids. I witnessed it. Okay, like I didn't call it CPS and hey, get these kids out of here. And then one time, CPS had them go to their grandparents, and because it was supposed to be, it was so much mess that she was going through a lot, but she you know, she can't help herself, and she wanted this supposed to help her because she come after me asking her, and we never asked you. Yes, you did. You asked me to use my phone. I said, can I let you use the phone? She asked me, well, do you have any job market? I'm trying to help her get a resume and all other stuff. She didn't want to do that, none of that shit. All she want to do is get a McDonald's job and work here and put a lie on a false address and falsify her school record because she can finish high school. That mess. So that's the type of shit I was dealing with. And I said, you know what? Anybody like that bullshit ever again, I would never fuck with it again, even as part of my job. I would just go ahead and tell the supervisor, hey, this woman's like BS. And I wish I did call at CBS because those kids wanted to get revenge, but those kids are more important and they should not be mistreated. And the cops should investigate, because I did write down, since I was working in the leasing office of the apartment complex, I did write down her address, okay? And I did deliver some time of everything she lived. And I reported to the police department, and I'm sure they did not investigate shit. Those kids are probably getting cussed out, probably get beaten worse at home. And the husband probably doing worse than he is. He ain't got locked up again. He was on probation. So my question, he's on the property, and you gonna worry about me talking to her about a job and trying to yell at me about that? And you think I'm after this ugly bitch? I'm sorry, she is ugly. I mean, I don't know how well she was stripping. Let me tell the secret. Anyway, point is, the cops in Houston is just as worse as LA. And you heard me say before, yes, it's racist white cops like Mark Fuhrman in the police. They're the worst. They get away with murder, but not all the time, because somebody's gonna end up snitching, and the whole news article gets all over the world about this racist cop. Because we don't want no more shit like that, especially from the liberal media. I did not say conservative, I said liberal media. But why Latino and his black cops, African-American descent cops, light, dark, brown, whatever, hair kinky, straight, wavy, whatever. Same thing with Hispanics, because they come different colors too. And they feel that they have a minority pass. They can get by treating another minority group or either their own minority group like SHIT and then get by. That's what it is. And the people that work in the doggone facility at the police, especially the white races, they like to see it because they want them to use them as puppets to mistreat their own race or the opposite minority race. But at the same time, you better not treat them white boys and white girls at the River Oaks. Let that brother and that Latino dude talk to them. Cause I'm not pure white, as you see, and I'm not dark as that officer was, but I look more African American, okay? But I'm also multiracial, and I mentioned as well. I'm black, white, and Asian. I don't care how they identify me as. I know my constitutional right that the one drop rule was kicked out the set. Thank you, Jesus. The author said since the Love versus Virginia case in 1967 found unconstitutional. I hope people will go and see who is black on CNN with the Afro-Hispanic mixed Irish chick. What's her name? Soledad O'Brien, and they mentioned that in the clip that it found unconstitutional. So you can check anything and check all your apply since since the NAACP, LULAC, and National Council of Larasa, in American Indian League, the Asian League, and all this other, the Urban League, all this one thing. I would sometimes do not want to work with Urban League or NAACP because of that mess. Now, back in the 60s, 70s, or before any involvement with Farrakhan, Benjamin Chavez, whatever his name is, involved with Farrakhan, but NAACP indoctrinated some of them people. I guess they were scared to call Uncle Toms because, they don't, NAACP was not for Black Power movement. That was the Nation Islam and Black Panther. They was racist. They wanted a black nation and all other stuff with blacker than all shit. Okay? And they basically wanted civil rights, and and they still preach that. But since Benjamin Chavis, when he left the NAACP, he joined the Nation of Islam. You see what I'm saying? So he was indoctrinated during the 90s, okay? In the 90s, okay? That's why he was friends with Farrakhan. What the hell you were for? Now they had the biracial man, the real light skin. I forgot what's his name. We were talking about him the other day on the multiracial chat room. Messenger boy, I forgot his name. Why did I forgot his name? Lord have mercy. Big, light skin, high yellow, light eyes. And remember, the first person who founded the NAACP was a man who looked white, named Walter White, by the way, who passed as white in order to find out about the lynchings, and then reported to the FBI, and they had to, that's what the NAACP was about, trying to stop this stuff going on. So it was good back then, okay? LULAC was good, but LULAC didn't want nothing to do anything. Because they wanted, at the time, if people don't understand, they wanted to keep that white category among Latinos. And then later on, they wanted to be known as a minority group in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. It's like that, but they came together to fight our multiracial category. So my point is, I know my rights, and also one of my lawyers last year had told me that that I have a right to check those boxes, and because of the census allowed that, so every government form supposed to fall through. Listen to me, y'all, mixed race people. You think that those people sitting here telling you that you're not supposed to check more than one box, you just one other, and they check it for you, is black and all the other, the way you look like, it's against the law. It is against the law. You can get a lawyer and fight that mess. And the fall aside and all the other stuff, don't listen to that bull crap. That's against the law. You can go in and do that. I do my research, baby. So, but point is, I mentioned that, and I said, the point is I'm trying to make, since I don't look white, like my great-great-grandfather on my mom's side, my grandmother on my dad's side, my grandmother's side, Grandma Charlotte, my great-grandma, she's part English, part black. Anyway, since I don't look like them, and cannot pass, like Sarah Jane, Imitation Life, and no one's not going to investigate unless I mention it, unless they dock me down, fingerprint me, and find out who I really am, what I'm saying? There's no way I can get around that. So these cops feel because they see a black man, camera skin black man, who actually is a multiracial man, black, white, and American descent, they don't want to acknowledge that. Whether they acknowledge it or not, they look at me as a piece of HSIT, and they mistreat me because I'm not looking like blonde and blue-eyed, Aryan look, okay? So that's the whole reason why, and if I had money and look like that, talking about when I get the same treatment. So let me let you know. So my point is that the police department is very corrupt, and anybody that's a good police officer, I don't mean to slander you, black, white, Hispanic, mixed, whatever, Asian, and American, but I'm letting you know the reason why you don't get that much treat authority because those type of rotten apples. You ever heard of saying that when authority gets corrupt, the society gets corrupt, and that's why they don't trust authority? They go against all this fire. Now I see why Cop Killer by Ice-T, because I used to be against that song, and I actually heard the song, and I actually remember the media made say we was talking about bad cops, Rodney King verdict. Fuck the police by NWA. I don't like NWA's title, nigga, we had to hate their N-word. I wish their brothers stop calling themselves that, but still. I understand the mentality because the corrupt cops in LAPD, and I also mentioned before on my tape, Mount Fiji from Glow Guard Arrest, her family was the only Samoan in the LAPD, and they won against the case too. Harassed him, 2 years before what happened to, was beat them up just like Ronald King. A family, okay, for everybody that was getting videotaped. It was 2 years before Ronald King beating. Mount Fiji, the Samoan wrestler, her family, remember I told you about that? I'm surprised nobody didn't popularize it. We probably brought the King. But they was getting harassed by the LAPD. So that lets you know LAPD has a lot of corruption, drug connections, gang related. Remember, they did not want to go touch towards BIG's murder, Christopher Wallace, Biggie, because there was two cops of African descent. I think the one was half Hispanic, Officer Martinez. Two light-skinned cops, yeah. Martha Mack and also like Martinez, robbing banks, and being connected with with gang related, and the Death Row Records. Then they also was there. One was there along with that Muslim dude. Yeah, we all that white man ain't lying. The white man who left LAPD, he wasn't lying. That's a good investigator. Not no Mark Farmer. That white man who doing Christopher Law, and there's everybody that think, well, white people are devils. Them black officers, they were dark skin, light skin, who was in charge of the LAPD at the time after Mark Farman got kicked out or either forced to leave. They didn't want nothing to do with them, this man's murder. And it took a white man to even investigate and try to give it to him. And he was so frustrated, he retired. So that you know, not all white people are devils. And like I said, all of us mixed with white anyway. So dark or light, whatever. Remember, we were owned by white folks. I mean, hey, and mixing it happen, whether through choice or by force. So, I mean, in the indentured service, like Barack Obama's mama, you know, she mixed with black too. Yeah, indentured service married a slave, and then someone passed, like Sarah Jane, and later on, that's why she didn't know, and they did an investigation about Barack Obama had slave ancestry. Besides the African ancestry on his truly African ancestry on his dad's side. So I have to make a 30, almost 40-minute video, but I want to give my commentary and also let you know what's the custom, because I get very emotional about it. I am bipolar, was just getting emotional about the medication this morning, but still thinking about these things that happened in the past with me and other people, and it makes me very angry. Okay. Thanks for listening to what I have to say. And if you've been, and I'm going to let you know, people need to stop making excuses for officers like this, just like they did me. Okay? And you need to, the citizens need to start protesting. I mean, to say Martin Luther King did, non-violence. Okay? We don't want to give them something to talk about. Okay? Something to say, oh, that's why they are who they are. Okay? Protest, write to your Congress, write to get a lawyer involved. There are cheap lawyers. You have Legal Shield, $19 a month, and you have legal aid in your community. You have community organizations. I will have to mention NAACP, whatever, but LULAC, whatever. But still, all I'm mad at them organizations for knocking them off the racial category. Okay. Point is, get somebody involved. You have the ACLU. You have certain lawyers out there that defend your right, and y'all, my people of minority groups or a protected class, should understand. Stop whining about something and do something about it, because yes, I'm gonna do something about them cops. I'm not saying what I'm gonna do. No, nothing illegal, nothing crucial. It's legal, not illegal. Okay, I'm not mentioning it. Okay. This something that happened to me recently, and I'll make sure I'm gonna do that. Okay, so remember, I go to extreme legally on it. Just lucky I'm not the president of the United States, because I kick him out of the doggone country. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, because I'm sorry, I don't condone what Hitler, and I'm not anti-Semitic. Also, I've been killed by Hitler because I'm not Protestant, and also I'm an ex-Protestant. I'm not Protestant, and also a person of color, okay? And I'm straight, but people think that I sleep out the type of nasty junk. Anyway, no offense to anybody that's gay, but just me personally, I wouldn't do it. But I went out and they got killed in Nazi Germany. But point is, I sometimes feel that if someone with that mentality, without using religion and race to do that, and I'm sorry, I know it's not godly to say this, get all the negative, bad people who use authority in a negative way. They think that's okay. Give it to them, stick it to them, and get rid of them. I'm sorry, because they have no business taking advantage of somebody in line and trying to use other words, even distort the word of God to do that, or distort the laws to try to cover up their dirty work. Okay? And if you see the link I put it, you see how Mark Fuhrman did what he did and bragged about it. When I was a child, I see teachers cuss the kids out. Of course, we wrong to cuss the teachers out, but even if they wouldn't cuss, and they would cuss you out. They would talk to you any kind of way and laugh about it. They talk about picking on somebody who wasn't doing it wrong, just go paddle them. I mean, this is the reason why I don't believe in paddling in school. I mean, I'm let you know and brag about like a bunch of cinematic, whatever you call it, or even just a person that had no soul. And you're talking about eating fried chicken at the Kensabah. Guess that Mark Farmer was smoking dope, or either eating fried chicken in McDonald's restaurant, a monster's restaurant, after he beat up some doggone and mistreated one of the people in LA. Okay, well these people do the same thing too, and it don't make no sense that y'all complain about the world coming, whatever, but you have corrupt authority before that who did these evil things to order to. I know I'm being a hypocrite, but it's more holy than I am. When someone's gonna teach you what's right, be righteous about it, at least don't conquer evil with evil. And these people do that. And even when you're not doing anything, they look for something to conquer you with evil. So how they can teach me what's right and what's wrong, and they're the authority, and now I'm not to learn from them, but they're not doing right in the first place. It don't make no sense. So that's why a lot of people don't like authority. It means we have our anarchy. People are talking about the Illuminati. Oh, well, it's so funny. Somebody was talking about the do or die with some of the answer crawl or whatever mentality going on. Well, actually, the people back in those old days who claim to be Christian twist scripture to do or die with as well, and still continue to do it, and actually abusing people along with spiritual abuse. Okay, so that's the whole reason why that I have to tell you this. You cannot bash them when you do the same way you want to take over someone else's life and tell you how to live their life. Instead of them coming to you, and trying to learn from your beliefs. So that's the whole reason why that we have a bad society. And don't think it's gonna get any better. You're gonna keep on having corrupt authority and make excuses for it. I mean, it's kind of sad that these people make excuses for corrupt authority. And then maybe some people who don't know. And I heard some, forget those who do not know. They're doing, whatever, but they still gotta know they're doing. They have to be told. So find the people who make the excuse, but when they want to tell you what's right, what's wrong, they don't care about you not knowing. But they want you to continue to suffer from someone else's abuse. So that's why we have, and I also told him when come out for Terry Schiavo, I wish Nexus Press did not print his book about Terry Schiavo, whatever her name is, God rest her soul. I guess he was trying to show some charity, but he's a corrupt cop. He has a corrupt history. He is a racist. He's still trying to cover it up and act like he's not. You can see it. Even he was on Oprah. He didn't want to be on Oprah because they didn't. I love Oprah, but don't take side with that dude. Just you have to say it like this. What I'm gonna do is just that I disagree with her on that level, but still, that corrupt piece of trash, Fuhrman, had no business writing a book about a woman who passed away. And I wish her nation was a religious book. She never, back in 2004 or 5, so I said, what the heck, 2002, I said, what the heck is going on here? I used to get their catalogs. But still, they should never allow that corrupt fool to have their book sold by him. And I said, I might rent a library. I didn't give my money, but I wanted to read about this woman's death. And about how the cloning, whatever that they were saying, or the STEM research, whatever, the STEM sales research, whatever has something to do with it or something. And I was trying to read more about it. But point is, I never read it, and like I said, I didn't have a chance. But I said I would never buy a book from Mr. Well, I never want to call him Mr. Mark Stupid Ass Fuhrman. That's a stupid piece of low down trash that never should have been a police officer. And since he admitted of beating Hispanic and African American people in his authority and laughing about the blood on this is corrupt. They never locked his ass up. And he pleaded the fifth. Fuck that. Let him go ahead and go to jail. He just admitted on the tape that he did something wrong and something brutal. And he laughed about how they skipped the eternal fest. Skip, y'all. Ignore the complaints about him and other officers who his friends. It didn't make no sense at all. It's just stupid. He had no business being in the office in the first place. If I was the lieutenant or part of the chief of LA County, I'll fire him in 1 minute. I wouldn't have to talk to him and try to cancel that piece of garbage. That's the one that would do evil things and laugh by it, drink beer, eat donuts, probably smoke weed too. I'm not stupid. I know cops probably do the same thing doggone too. They have been caught for that as well. And act like it's nothing. Have no sympathy. And have no mercy. And have no remorse for what they did. You know, so what the hell he talking about that people gonna eat chicken and probably eat tacos and eat fish and anything else and drink beer, drink wine, drink Kool-Aid, whatever for what they done, but he do the same fucking damn thing in authority. Just because he didn't kill them people don't mean nothing. He probably have. And say it was all out of defense, and it probably wasn't. You know, that's a corrupt person. So like I said, we live in as adults, those of my generation who's born late 70s, early 80s, and now 90s. I feel like a dog old man since those who were born in the 90s. I could have been these people's fathers. Point is, stop making excuses. Stop whining. It ain't nothing. I'm not getting involved in politics, because when you don't get involved in this and you don't vote. Okay, stop getting in trouble with the law because you might lose your privilege. You will not have a voice for you. You will want somebody to have a voice for you. And sometimes that voice won't get answered. So you have to speak your own voice. You as an American citizen has a right. You want to talk about freedom of speech and freedom of net, but you also have a right to fight for your rights in a legal sense. Okay? Stop making excuses. There are legal aid. For those who are low income, who don't have income at all. You have Legal Shield, who ex people illegal, family loans. You pay $19 a month, near $20. You have all that. So you shouldn't sit here and make excuses for just complaining. It's one that I hate to deal with people complaining and not take action. Then try to discourage someone like they do me sometimes. I don't know. You know, I'm not scared. You know, the reason why I'm not scared because if I've been through the bull BS for a long period of time, and I'm gonna get tired of to the point I'm gonna blow up, and I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the right thing and actually fight for my rights. Since I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Get the 2 cows legally, okay? They don't need to know. They only know what I'm gonna do next, and the whole place might get in trouble. But because there's a lot of corruption involved. But they can't blame me. If, like I said before, if you are a righteous authority, at least be righteous along with it. Don't be righteous part-time and then turn around and be irrighteous the next day. I get very tired of people try to teach somebody right and wrong, but they contradict themselves and they take the authorities of, like I told a friend of mine who actually got upset with one of her people that she hired, and she was nice to him, and he blew up at her, and she ended up got a little ghetto. And I said, I'm bipolar, and I understand I've been mistreated by people authority as well, but I always told myself, when I become a manager, I don't want to get ugly in that level because it makes me look stupid and like a hypocrite. And I want respect. Just like I was told, if I'm giving you respect, like I always tell, I'm going to have kids, I'm not going to cuss them my name, beat the crap out. You know, if I want to be treated like that, I'm going to treat somebody like that I love or care about. Even they're working for me and I don't care about, still I have to go along with the procedure. They're working to help me out. And I tell people, without those people, you would not have a company, okay? I'm going to still treat them respect if they go out of line. Number one, that's all I say. I'm not going to act stupid and act ugly and make a big scene, okay? If I'm on the street, it's a different story, okay? But other than that, in the workplace, or even when I was a cop, I just go ahead and do the proper procedure and not act ugly and act like I'm a big tough guy when I want them to treat me with respect, because that's where you cross the line, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people say don't provoke your children to anger. That's what Play Paul said. So the same goes for every authority. When you have an authority that does that, they actually provoke them to anger to lead to sin. And that's why people start making songs like "fuck the police" and "cop killer." Okay, if y'all don't want that type of trash out there, then tell these cops to stop acting a fool, stop defending them for their wrongdoing, and stop making dumb excuses for their behavior, sympathizing with their evil behavior. Okay. You know what they're doing is wrong. And they know they're doing is wrong. They bragging about it. They laugh about it. They know they're doing is wrong. Okay, so you have a right to voice their opinion. Since you want to be conservative, those who are conservative, stop sitting here and make excuses for these cops. White, black, whatever. I'm not just saying those who only the white ones. The black ones too. I just told you, a dark skin, darker than me, and a Hispanic with a Negro nose. Okay? Yeah, them two cops need to be fired for the little stinky action at the Martha's Kitchen. I know that's rude, cruel people that go, and homeless people who act crazy at Martha's Kitchen, but I wasn't trying to be one of those people. I was harassed, and then too, I was trying to help somebody out who's working the same, well, actually it didn't work. It was a client of the same property I was, to help their behind get out of what they were, since they were struggling. They got a bunch of kids, and one of them is not working. Oh, actually, one of them was working legally and illegally. Yeah, he was hustling on the street, and she was out there stripping. I mean, she told me that business, but hey, since they try to get me fired, I'm gonna get me in trouble. I'm fired, get me in trouble with the law. Then stood up with me. I'm gonna reveal every doggone thing they told me. Okay, hey, don't play with me. I'm King Zane. All right, and you don't want me to reveal that, then hey, don't sit here and try to get me in trouble when I know I ain't out there doing drugs. I'm not trying to become part of the prison system. Hello? I'm not trying to be a statistic. Okay? I don't even have a record at all. And these folks ready for somebody, and I notice, why is this cops want somebody to go to jail? If I was a cop, I don't want somebody to go to jail. I want them to do the right thing. But these cops, they look with my eyes. And you see their body language, and they want you to screw up so they can have an excuse to put you in jail. I guess to get a check, a bonus or something. But it's wrong. Come on, y'all. You don't want somebody to kill nobody, steal nobody, go against the law. You want them to do the right thing. You know, but they're ready to mistreat you for a place of authority. And we have that type of corruption going on today. And I think that folks need to stop bullshitting and stop making excuses, stop whining about it. Do something about it. Like I said, I'm going to join copwatch.com, Copwatch. There's a lot of, there's even a former police officer. I'm going to have to put this link as well. He's a white guy. He tells you a book, what police do, and you know my buy as well. Please, in Texas, y'all, buy, if you can buy all this these CDs and music and all these computers and download stuff on the internet, please, and I'm going to do invest in buying, because I went to the Hair Private Books, they had a Texas law book. So in the future, I'm go back and try to get a membership with Barnes and Nobles, and I'm going to actually buy a Texas law book so I can know what's up. Because you don't want to be walking and end up making an error, and then they waiting for you to mess up. I mean, especially a minority, they waiting for you, especially young, they waiting for you to mess up. Okay. So I'm letting y'all know, stop, buy a law book, actually find out what they do wrong. Hey, snitch on them. Hey, remember, they're working for us. We pay taxes to their government. It's not like Mexico. In Mexico, and I'm not making it, it's actually true. In Mexico, some cops, not all, them rob people, because I read in a sociology book, they don't give the guns, the car, well, they do the car, but they don't give the guns, the tasers, the gear, because it's not funded by the government like ours in the United States. So they don't live there, where they be black, white, I'm talking about. So we actually fund the guns, the tasers, the cars, the gas for their car. I mean, come on, the police department. Our taxpayer money goes to them, so they're working for the city. They're working for the government, okay? And people want to talk about welfare. I don't want my taxpayer money going to corrupt cops. I'm paying them when I get work. When I start working, I'm paying them. Or when I file my taxes, I'm paying their taxes that they went down. I'm paying them to protect me. And I ain't trying to, to break the law or have no plan to, or no motive. But these folks wait for you to mess up so they can try to abuse you. It's like, I have an urge. And it's sad. You got them type of animals there? Yes, animals. It's authority. Devils in sheep clothing. That's all I gotta say. They cannot teach nobody what's right and wrong. So, as a person with taxpayer money, kick them assholes out. And get the ones who don't have that mentality there. Because I don't want a corrupt cop. I want a good cop. We gotta have authority. Because we're gonna have people act a fool. We don't want people killing and raping and not know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, but my point is, instead of complaining about corruption, which I plan on doing a lot of things, but I'm not saying what I'm gonna do. Just like a magician don't tell his tricks. I'm giving y'all advice. Start being proactive in the legal field. Start being know the laws. Start learning at the Trayvon Martin case. Start learning all this. Some of y'all stay out trying to be Lil Wayne. Be a cop. Please don't be a corrupt woman. And don't be a corrupt lawyer. Don't be corrupt. Like Joe Brown. Joe Brown fought the system. Be like Judge Joe Brown. Don't be like Lil Wayne and all these other rappers with pants hanging down and get in trouble for every doggone fucking thing they go to. Okay, I don't live like that. Okay, if I had baggy pants, I always kept mine on my waist. I don't want my undies showing. That is gay. Yes, and then too, I used to hate have to sit in the same bus with these folks because if I sit on whatever they use, a restroom or boo boo or TT or even calm, whatever, looking at somebody they like, I don't want to sit on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just burn germs being transmitted to that seat. Ugh, I used to take my clothes off. Not clothes off, but I used to take my pants and put my short, like pajama shorts on, or just some regular shorts so that I don't go outside and sit in my bed because I don't want to have that type of germs. Yes, that's actually you know what they have, what they did, and they have that nasty underwear showing. I don't want to see that crap, so I don't say it. Okay. If I want as an aspiring actor and see if I do that, that's probably a proper form. But my regular, normal day life, no, I don't sag. That's some stupid shit. Some gay shit. I guess he wants to stick it up in the ass. Not me. Okay? But point is, get involved, young people. Stop sitting here and sojourn the young adults of America too. Fight for young adult rights. Even I'm getting older, I'm gonna join this organization because I believe I want my children when they become adults to have rights and experience. And even if they do something legally that I don't approve of. I ain't say illegally. Legally I don't approve of. It's their right. I can't interfere with what they do right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Once they turn 18, I'm not like some people in my family that I don't associate with. So therefore, I won't. Everybody, because we want this is America. It's supposed to be the land of the free and the justice, liberty, justice for all. Hey, even the founding fathers would not intentionally know what they would talk about. They would talk about their freedom, but hey, it can be interpreted as yours. Okay, so now they dead and gone. It's time for you to act on it and stop fooling around, stop fussing, and not doing about it. Okay, I'm telling y'all the truth now. Get involved. All right, and stop getting in trouble. Intentionally. Bye-bye.